What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Jazware's epic battle figure of Skeledirge. Ooh, man. I was not expecting to find this in the wild, but a good friend of mine just texted me and said, "Did you review this?" I said, "No." 2 days later, it was behind my trash can, because I wasn't home when she dropped it off. But, yeah, if you're looking for this, here's the barcode. She found it at Target. Shout out, you know who you are. This is awesome. I'm incredibly excited. Let's go ahead and open this flaming reptile up. So, getting old Skeledirge out of the packaging. I'm so happy that Jazware's made this figure. I mean, just look at it. It's awesome. I love the angular sculpt. The paint is really clean. There's a chip here, but that was my fault, so really can't blame Jazware's for that. Licensing there, get the tip of the tail. And then I always thought, like, obviously, like, the whole aesthetic for, like, Fuecoco and that line is, like, flaming crocodile with nest flames, right? And I forget the middle evolution's name. Oh, it's gonna bother me. I don't have that one yet, but that's like a nest with an egg, and then this one has a little chicken there. I always thought that was like an oxpecker, or like the birds that like stay on the backs of crocodiles. Usually they're oxpeckers. You might have some like egrets and things, but yeah, this looks pretty damn awesome. I love the weird sculpt for the fire. How it's like kind of chunky. It's like macaroni and cheese, honestly. And then I love this crisp, clean pattern on top of Skeledirge's head. Get to see the long snout, which kind of matches a certain somebody who I know who actually has a relation to who found this. May look like a certain Borzoi that I know. But weird coincidence here. But the toenails are painted nicely. Yeah, I really, really like it. It's just nice, crisp, clean paint. Now, obviously, there's no accessories to talk about with this line, which it bothers me. I do wish, especially like when you, little spoiler for something coming up, these Blockies figures are pretty awesome. So you can do accessories for the same price point. I just kind of wish that Jazware's did sometimes, but then again, I'd have to store all of it, so it's catch-22. I don't know what I want. But in terms of articulation, the mouth will open, closes about that far, opens that far. The head, ow, I just pinched myself. The head actually does not move at all. Kind of surprised. I mean, I don't really care, but, you know, whatever. But then he has more articulation than I thought. His shoulders will go out and rotate forward and back. I didn't think there would be a hinge in there. And then you get a hinge and a slight swivel at the wrists. That's awesome. That I was really not expecting. That's so cool. And then the hips go out, they go in. They'll kind of rotate as well. Really, that's about it. And then you get the big old, like, ball joint at the tail. But, I mean, that's pretty much all articulation that I need him to do. I mean, having his head move would have been nice, but, like, other than that, I mean, he's really just going to stand there, and your biggest variance is going to be, do you want the mouth open or closed? Because his tail doesn't move up enough for you to be able to have him, like, even do, like, a bipedal stance, which I assume is kind of what they were going for, or, like, intending that you'd be able to do, but you really can't, so it is what it is. But I really like it. I think it's perfectly fine for what it is, and it'll go great with the rest of the collection. In terms of scale, you know, see what I did there? Crocodile scale, whatever. Here he is next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazware's Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. So obviously this is one of the epic battle figures, so this is a larger figure, and I'm happy for it. It looks great. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And then here he is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So yeah, I understand that these figures aren't for everybody. I mean, honestly, what you see me doing with them is kind of the extent of what you can do with this figure. And that's okay for me. For me, it's just getting the characters on the shelf and looking vibrant and as dynamic as possible, right? And that's what Jazware's does the best with this line, is dynamicis and color. I mean, it's just such... It's one of my favorite little... or like one of my favorite sections of my collection is my Pokemon shelf. It is incredibly filled. I actually have no idea where I'm putting this, and something else that I'm going to be putting on there that's also fairly large and round. But you know what? That's a good problem to have. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. At a price point of around $24 to $25, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I do think it is a little expensive for that price point. Like, considering that this is more expensive than their Pokemon Select line, I kind of don't understand that. I mean, if this had all the articulation and then it was $25-30, I could understand that. But it really doesn't, so I don't know. When you think about it like that, it really doesn't make sense. Oh, by the way, this little guy rotates up here. But, you know, that's not a huge problem for me. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all those apps, and I have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys next one. Peace. As long as I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.